So today in Mr. Laser's class, we found out that the equation of this line is y equals x because the slope, the number that would go in front of this, the slope is up 1 over 1. So we don't have to put the slope in because it's just given that this is a 1x. And then the y-intercept, we don't have anything here because it crosses over at 0, 0. So the y-intercept would have just been 0. So the first equation of the line is y equals x. The second equation of the line is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. It crosses over at 3. That's my y-intercept. Then we go down 1 over 2. So that's a negative 1/2 slope. So now we have to solve this. And what I was doing is I was saying if y equals x, I'm going to plug in what y equals right here. Okay, so let's do that. Let's write x equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. X equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. So I said I want to get rid of the fraction, so I'm going to multiply everything by 2. So if I multiply this by 2, this by 2, and this by 2, I get 2x equals negative x. Because when I multiply this by 2, they cross out. And then if I multiply this by 2, I get 6. Now I'm going to take away, oh no, I'm going to add x. That's my mistake. There was my mistake. Instead of adding x, because this is a minus x, I think I subtracted. That was my mistake. Okay, so if I add x to both sides, there we go. There we go. Add x to both sides to solve this. Now I have 3 x's over here. These cross out. 3x equals 6. Divide both sides by 3. I get x is 2. I knew the solution was 2, 2. So it's always nice to know the answer to your problem, right? I know the solution's 2, 2 because it crosses over here at 2, 2. And that's where they intersect, so I know my solution is 2, 2. But I was just doing the math wrong. Alrighty, so now that I figured out what I did wrong, I was not adding x to both sides to solve this equation, which is what I needed to do. Now I'm going to plug 2 back up into our original equation because it says x equals 2, right? Well, if x equals 2 and y equals x, then y is also 2, so that checks. Shoo! Glad I got that. Alrighty.